Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for having me here in TEDx today. I'm going to speak about today's most relevant topic, that is traffic management and road safety, especially for Bengalurians. Let me start with a question. How many of you have seen the traffic jams in Bangalore city or getting stuck in traffic jams? I think I can see almost everybody in the auditorium. They have experienced traffic jams. I think Bangalore city is not alone. I think every Indian city today is having traffic problems. Basically, it is because of the volume of traffic which has increased so much without the commensurate development of road infrastructure. And in fact, the volume of traffic is so high that today in India we had only about 14 lakh vehicles way back in 1970. But today we have more than 35 crore vehicles today. This is one of the reasons why today we have so much traffic problems in most of the urban areas in the country. Coming to Bangalore city itself, in 1976, I think the good old Bangalore, we had just 1 lakh vehicles. Today we have, I think, unimaginable 1 crore 21 lakh vehicles. That is 12 million vehicles for 14 lakh population. The result is this one. I think most of you are familiar with this today's scenario. These are some of the scenes from Bengaluru as well as some of the cities in India. So these are the result, I can say, of the ballooning or the spread of number of vehicles on the road, that the road infrastructure doesn't match with the volume of traffic. That is the reason we see congestion, longer journey time, and to a large extent, pollutions also to the great levels. Added to the traffic congestion, we also have the problem of road safety. That is, road accidents are in fact increasing like anything. In fact, every day we lose about 470 people on Indian roads. The total number of people killed in road accident is more than 150,000 per year. In fact, by the time I finish my talk today, 36 people might have died on the road in 15 to 18 minutes. 36 people. Every 27 seconds, one person is killed in road accidents in India on Indian roads. This is scenario for Bangalore city. In fact, Bangalore city had fatalities of more than 1,000 in the early 2000s. But thanks to a lot of good efforts by traffic police and also because of the heavy traffic congestion, we could reduce the accidents to a large extent. But still now also we are seeing the increasing trend now. Almost 900 people have died last year in road accidents. In a nutshell, these problems we can just say collaborate in such a way that we have about the migration from rural areas to urban cities, which is, because of that, the population in the urban areas, particularly in cities, increasing like anything. And secondly, because of the economic prosperity, we are seeing large number of vehicles on roads without commensurate or without any constant development in road infrastructure. In fact, the number of vehicles which are registered every day in Bangalore is more than 3,000 vehicles we see every day being registered in Bangalore city alone. So because of that, and also because many times our purchase of vehicles basically not connected to our need or requirement. Many times it is because of our desire that we need to have one vehicle, even if though our house may be just outside the bus stop or just near the metro station or any other public transport facility, but still we would like to have our own vehicle. So that is the desire or the aspiration level of people is so that we tend to purchase vehicles. In fact, today most of the households in Bangalore city have 3 to 4 vehicles and sometimes even 5 to 6 vehicles also in some affluent classes. And third reason why we have these traffic problems is lack of adequate public transport or slow development of public transport. The public transport is little slower in developing. And also many people don't tend to use public transport. That is why our total trips today in Bangalore city is only 57% compared to western cities where the public transport share of total trips will be almost 70 to 80%, because 70 to 80% people use public transport for commuting for their daily commute in cities. But here in Bangalore city, we have about just about 57%. So 43% of the people are using private vehicles or personal vehicles to commute from one place to another in Bangalore city. And lastly, most important is the indiscipline on roads, because people violate traffic rules so much that it results in congestion and also it results in road accidents. So that is one of the main reasons why today we have traffic problems, not only congestion but also the problem of increasing road accidents. Added to that, the trauma and the agony of the people who are basically are the victims of road accidents. In fact, many people ask me why I have worked in traffic for such a long time and why I have so much passion for traffic. It is basically because of personal tragedy. I lost my sister way back in the year 1992 to road accident. She was young and she was killed in road accident, which should not have happened. But I think, I'm sure most of you, you might have seen the road accidents. Maybe sometimes you might have got involved, you became injured, or your near ones, or somebody, your friends, known persons might have been involved in road accidents, or might have become victims of road accidents. And you might have seen the trauma or the agony what the families undergo when a road accident happens. So it is very much important that we should mitigate the situation. Not only we should reduce congestion, but also at the same time we should focus on providing greater safety on roads. Now coming to some of the initiatives which we took in the past to mitigate the situation or to improve the traffic efficiency in Bangalore city, is one of the important thing is the conversion of roads into one-way roads. 122 roads were converted into one-ways in Bangalore city, particularly in the central business district or the CBD area. If you see, go to central areas of city, most of the roads are one-ways. During the decade and a half, we could able to do scientific study to convert these roads from two-way roads to one-way roads. Although there was a lot of resistance initially from the people, because generally resistance to change will always be there. But it took some time for us to convince them about the feasibility and also the advantages of having one-way roads. First of all, one-way roads leads to, I can say, reduce junction conflicts and reduce journey time also, and the speed of the vehicles increases. At the same time, there won't be any head-on collision. So automatically the road safety aspect also will be taken care of. So we could, in fact, I was nicknamed as one-way Saleem because of the large number of roads which we converted in the central business district of the city. Secondly, helmet and seat belt rule which we could introduce, because before 2006, helmet was not compulsory in Bangalore city. We could convince the government in 2006 to introduce the helmet rule, and precisely on 10th November 2006 we started implementing the helmet rule, and subsequently even 2011 we could convince people and we could started implementing the seat belt rule also. And in fact, in 2013, both helmet and seatbelt rule was implemented in Mysore when I was working as police commissioner there. And today we can see almost 90% compliance of helmet rule is there in Bangalore city as well as in Mysore also. And to a large extent, the seatbelt rule also is properly implemented, and also a lot of compliance is there from the citizens. So that is the reason why today we could see reduction in road accidents. In fact, the citizens' participation in traffic management is one of the important aspect which we had introduced in the form of local area traffic management plans, and subsequently local traffic advisory committees, because we used to have small localities or small areas like Indiranagar, Richmond Town, Richards Town, and those areas proper local traffic management plans were done, and with the help of citizen advisory committees of that area, so that we can have better safety in those areas as far as road accidents are concerned, and also the traffic flow was managed with the help of citizens. And in the same way, we introduced the public eye, where citizens can participate in enforcement of traffic rules. Wherever they see any violation of traffic rules, we can take the video or take the photograph and then send it to us, so that we can book those people for them against those violators of traffic rules. And another important aspect is the use of technology. Use of technology, particularly in enforcement of traffic rules or booking of cases, because earlier system of Basta system, where we used to manually flag vehicles, was not very transparent. So in order to bring transparency, the automated chalaning system was introduced way back in the year 2003 itself. And from initial days, we had a lot of experiments through technology. First, we started with computers, then Blackberries. Then subsequently, today we have intelligent traffic management systems where automatically the cameras capture, the AI cameras capture the violations and challans are issued to the violators of traffic rules. In fact, 95% of our traffic challans today are through e-challans only. In fact, Bengaluru, we send almost 1 million traffic challans, that is e-challans, to the violators of traffic rules every year, which is the highest for any city in the world. I don't think any city can book 1 crore cases against traffic violations. Though it may also speak volumes about the people's tendency to violate rules also, but at the same time, you can see the capturing of violations are so minute that we can send almost 1 crore traffic e-challans every year to the violators of traffic rules. And also the adaptive traffic signal lights which are introduced in a phased manner. Today also, they have this, what you can say, automatically the signal lights read the volume of traffic and then the green times are given. These definitely helped to a large extent to mitigate the situation on the roads. Now coming down to the children's safety or school children's safety on roads, because children are highly vulnerable. Any accident involving children, it has become sensational, and also a lot of public anger will be there. And also for the families, particularly if a young child is either killed or injured in road accidents, it is a traumatic experience for the families. That is the reason why we started this concept of the safe route to school, wherein we had collaboration with the school management, then the government through education department, to reduce congestion around schools during the school opening and closing hours. You might have seen if you go to Residency Road or Richmond Road, at the time of school opening around say 8 o'clock or say around 3:30 in the afternoon, there will be huge traffic jams. Okay, because a lot of people bring their personal vehicles to drop school children or to pick up the school children. That is the reason why the congestion will be huge. And also the personal vehicles are not very safe. Particularly two-wheeler, if a child is brought to the school, I think it will not be very safe journey. But if the children travel in a bus, say 50 children, it will be much more safer. It will reduce congestion, and also to a large extent, it helps the growth of the children also, because they will be traveling with their comrades or with their classmates, so that they will have better camaraderie in the school also. So that is the way it became a very huge successful project of Bengaluru City Police at that time, and in fact we got an international award also for the Safe Route to School project. And some other initiatives what we have taken, basically in Mysore city is the development of Mysore traffic improvement project, which is called as M-Track, on the same lines as B-Track of Bengaluru city, and also the traffic Cobra system which we introduced for quick reaction to any traffic related problems. And then we have this traffic warden organization, which is again citizen centric, where citizens came forward to help the traffic police. They will be giving 4 hours per week and managing traffic like police constables in the road. And the auto drivers display system, I think, which is very, very popular because of the driver's details being known to the commuters or the auto passenger, that to bring more transparency and better service as far as the auto rickshaws are concerned. So these are some of the initiatives which have taken to reduce traffic congestion and also to ensure greater safety on roads. But what is the way forward? Now, what citizens can do? Okay, government is in fact pumping a lot of funds and a lot of investment on to improve public transport. In fact, you can see in another 2 to 3 years, the metro connectivity will be there for almost every nook and corner, I can say, or where the congestion areas will be covered to optimum extent. But what citizens can do is, citizens can start using public transport. If they stop their personal vehicles, if they travel more in public transport, then either it is in the bus or metro or the intermediate public transport like the taxi system or the auto rickshaws, then definitely we can reduce that much traffic on the roads. Secondly, most of the workforce in Bengaluru city are basically, they are private employees. So if the private people, if they have staggering working hours, if they stagger the working hours of the companies, then I think we can extend the peak hours so that number of vehicles coming at a time will be less. So staggering of working hours is very important. And another thing is carpooling. We see many times, if you see the electronic city flyover, if you see, there single occupancy cars will be going on. A lot of single occupancy cars will be there, and one person in one car, it will become huge. I can say volume of traffic will be huge compared to the capacity of the road. So that is the reason why if you do carpooling in the initial stages, then I think definitely we can reduce that much traffic on the roads. And coming to road safety, of course, road safety has the 4 E's, most important 4 E's we have got: engineering measures, enforcement, the education to road users, as well as the emergency and trauma care. These are some of the important initiatives which will be taken definitely by the different government agencies and other stakeholders. But at the same time, what you can do, what people can do, because 85% of road accidents is because of the human error. If you are careful on the road, if you drive safely, then I think we can reduce accidents to a large extent. In fact, I can see a lot of youngsters here, and youngsters are very, very vulnerable. If you see the statistics, most of the accident victims are between 19 to 30 years. That is the productive age of human beings. And a lot of youngsters have this, what is called daredevilry or adrenaline rush. That is the reason why they become involved in road accidents. So a lot of youngsters want to sacrifice their life. Of course, you should sacrifice your life or blood to some good cause, like for the nation or for some great cause, but not under the wheels of a lorry or a truck. That is utter waste of human life. So it is very important that, because we have a lot of aspirations, we have ambitions, we have dreams, big dreams. But we should not carry our dreams to our grave. If you have to fulfill our dreams, we should leave. That is very, very important, that we should leave. We should not die. So please don't die. Okay, please don't die. Please follow all the traffic rules. Whenever you are on the road, please wear helmet. If you are riding a two-wheeler, please wear a seat belt if you are in car. Don't go for, I can say, overspeeding, or don't indulge in rash driving or drag racing. Don't say no to drunken driving. And definitely you will be safe on roads. You will be safe, and you will also ensure the safety of other road users also. Because it is important, because of you, somebody else should not lose their life. So together, I think we can definitely make our roads safer and our cities much more livable. And lastly, please understand, you are not stuck in traffic jam. You are the traffic. Okay, thank you very much.